Ni hao. My name is Emily Clevenger, and my informative speech is on the differences between the American and Chinese business cultures. There are many differences between these two cultures that people don't often realize but can be very beneficial to know when working in a business setting in a different country. Some of these differences include teamwork, loyalty and friendship, and the hierarchy system. It's important to know these points before working with someone in a different of this culture. The first point is teamwork. The Chinese take a focus on teamwork very differently than Americans do. As Stanley Lee said in his TED Talk, Winning in China, A Different World, that the Chinese workday is commonly known to be 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but is starting to move towards a 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. This is very different from an American workday that usually consists of a 9 to 5, as the workday is much longer. Another main difference that comes because of this long workday is that all meals are usually eaten together. These meals are eaten with people in the office, not at a desk. So you are able to work, socialize, and gain relationships with these people. Another point that is important in building teamwork is morning exercises that are usually completed throughout the week to improve blood flow before the start of the workday. These are light exercises that consist of things such as light stretching, toe touching, and windmills. This is something that's not seen in America, but very important to the Chinese. Another point that is very different from the Chinese in the Chinese business culture that's not seen in America is the hierarchy system. While there is a hierarchy system in America, it's very different than the one that's seen in China. The Chinese hierarchy system is very much known. Your role is very much known, and your role depends on how you treat others. It's as Keith Warburton said in his article, Hierarchy in the Business China, is that people of higher authority often expect subordinates to take orders, and when an order is given, they must do what the order was said and not argue, even if they don't agree. Another main difference in this hierarchy system is the ability to penalize and reward someone right on the spot. This is often done in meetings and as a reward can just be given to you if someone of a higher status thinks that you've done something good or said a good point. While rewards are often given, so are punishments. Punishments can be given for things such as a messy desk, even smoking in the office, being late to work, or being late to a morning exercise. Rewards are often read at the beginning of the workday, publicly to the whole office. The Chinese do this because they like to publicly reward and publicly punish people. This is not seen in America and very different from something that you would expect in a traditional American work environment. Where you eat is also a good indication of your hierarchy level. People of a higher authority will eat with people of the same level and eat better quality food than someone who is in a lower position. This is not seen in America and would be seen as very unjust to Americans. My third point in the difference between these two cultures is loyalty and friendship. Loyalty and friendship is taken very seriously to the Chinese and is very important in establishing relationships. As Roy Chow said in his article, Building Effective Relationships, we need to establish guanxi in order to create this friendship. Guanxi is essentially loyalty to the Chinese, and it's something that is taken very seriously. In order to create guanxi, an important thing to do is to reciprocate a favor. Reciprocating a favor to a Chinese is seen as something that can make or break a friendship. If someone does a favor for you and you do not reciprocate, the friendship between you and this person can be lost instantly. Another thing that is very different between the Americans and the Chinese is the social life after work. Americans often tend to come home to their families after a long day, where the Chinese like to go out and socialize. This can result in going to a karaoke and often results in Chinese pressuring people, which is normal. This is something that's very different in America, and if an American is in this situation, can be very uncomfortable. While these are many differences, it's important that you understand and realize that this is normal to them and something that you should learn and adapt to before going overseas to work with someone of a different culture. I hope you found these points important and useful in future work. Jiao Chai.